cleaning out of the dhinn. When people become conscious of the fact that there's maybe something actually going on inside, they start to think maybe this is, they've gone nuts, they're crazy, they're psycho. What that statement means is, am I being a horse or a snake? A horse is running. A snake is thinking. And the snake never seems to be thinking. It seems to be almost dead. It waits. The snake sits in the corner while the paint dries. The horse tries to move the room. There's some sounds that I've made while taping that catch me off guard, that I don't even realize I make. One of them is the giggly sort of ha ha ha. I can't do it unless it happens. But that is the sound of inspiration, of insight, of the right definitely hitting home. Maybe this is the sound that Hare Krshnas or Sufi masters are trying to force into and upon themselves by imitating it in a dance or in a mantra. They are trying to imitate a sound that is a very natural state of awareness. The laughing Buddha sigh. I woke up this morning to the thruhm and the dhinn. I woke up to discover that I had actually been sleeping. They had left me alone for the night. I was lonely, but I had understood. We had had a huge party for the last 3 or 4 days. I had purposely focused on them consciously and started hearing every conversation that I had with people as relating directly to this project. I walked in to the garage, I sat down, and looked over to a bunch of 8 tracks that I have sitting on a desk, and pulled out Ian Hunter's You're Never Alone with the Schizophrenic. Nice picture. That is the connection. The way they can get out is through advertising and entertainment. Maybe the man, maybe the him in this show would be a poet. A poet who has strived and struggled to be accepted in the community of others, and he's the wannabe. He's the one that has the underlying feeling that I can do it. I can do it. But the other people, the other real people, in real time, don't seem that interested. Or when they do seem interested, the interest is in almost You'd have to see faces at a coffee house while somebody's trying to read poetry or or do a stand-up comic thing when they're there to try to hear the dhinn. They want to hear music. Music comes so close to touching the inner voices, to play across that pretend zone. Well, there's the serious religious zealots. Some of them are against music. They don't want the dhinn to interfere. They don't want, they want to hear just the thruhm. It's a Spartan versus Athenian existence, and the Athenians live inside. And the Spartan is the Indo-epidermis. But the space between the molecules is space. Great sound. That's the sound of the thruhm. I'm smoking a non-filtered cigarette. I like this sound too. That's the net, which is becoming a highway. Timing noise. Let me out. These are the sounds that sort of fall into us watching and go, okay, it's time to perform, it's time to go, it's time to go. Okay, let's go. Let's see, what type of dream should we do today? They don't call it a dream. What kind of show should we put on? Well, the comedians in the bunch, whack-em-ups, and passion fruit.